NEETE is a different approach to writing computer programs because it involves graphical elements in its core philosophy. These graphical elements will bring in a notion of design into the writing of computer programs, and this will allow the creation of structural overviews. For me, if the structure is easy to see, then the intentions behind the code are also easier to understand. Therefore, we'll proceed by writing a simple hello program in C. We start by renaming this node, so we'll name it includes. And in here, we'll list our include files. So I'll put in include standard io.h. And the priority is 0. Now make a new code box. And that'll be for main. I put in the function name for main. Okay, close the brace. And then put in there hello world. So I print hello world. Then I put in a return statement. Submit that. Okay, shift it into position. Let's make it look a little bit good. Then I can export that quickly and look at it in a text editor. That looks okay. So now compile it. That compiled okay. Then I run it. And that runs. Okay, let's go back to NEETE and make some few changes. Now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to take these program statements and put them into their own separate code boxes. Okay, so we've created those two code boxes. Rename the one to return. Change the priority to 6. And also rename the other one to print hello. And submit that. Then change the containment so that they're now contained in the main . Okay, so the two are now contained in the main. So we export, take a look at it again. Okay, looks all right. So now I want to break this off and change the structure. So I create a new container. This container will be for functions, so I'll call it functions. Change the priority to 2. Then I change the containment for the print hello and shift it to the functions. Move things around a bit so that they look a little bit decent. Okay, then I open print hello so I can convert it to a function. So I give it a function name. Call it print hello. Close that and submit. Then now in the main function, I create a code box, and its job is to call the print hello function. Submit that. Okay, export it and take a look, and yeah, that looks alright. Then we just compile and run. Okay, so we get back to the coding. Now we create a new code box. Well, it's a container which I'm going to use for running a for loop. And like this, I can better illustrate the relationship between containers and code boxes. So we start our for loop, close the brace, submit that, then we move the print function to be contained by the for loop. Save that. Compile it and run it. And it works according to our expectations. So now we're going to explore a slightly more advanced application of NEETE. We're going to create a container, and we'll call this container mathematical. So in this container, we're going to put in a few mathematical functions. So create the first one, and we'll call this one add 1 and 1. Okay, put in the function name, add 1 and 1. Okay, close that. Put in two variables, a and b. Then return their sum. Okay, submit that. Okay, widen that a bit. We need a bit more space. We copy. Add 1 and 1. And rename the copy to add 2 and 2. Okay, same things. Change these values. Then we focus on the container so we can really work with detail on how we want the functions to look. Okay, restore. And now we need to use these functions. We go to the main file and create a code box to do the maths. Now while we're at it, also want to create a code box for variables. Put it right on top with priority 0. So I create C and D. I come back to my do maths. Okay, assign C from adding 1 and 1. I do the same thing with D from adding 2 and 2. Then I display the results. Print Okay. The first result. Then the second result. Okay, that should do. Close that. Submit. Just make the internals a bit visible. I export it and view it. Okay, that's what it looks like. And quickly run it. Okay, that looks correct. Now we go in there, we ignore that container with the for loop, export, and we should see in the code the for loop is now missing. If we compile it and run it, it's only running the maths functions. Okay, so we come back, then we'll illustrate that if you shrink that, then all the internals disappear, but it's hashed. It's hashed to show that there's something in it. Okay, when we look at it, it looks correct. And it runs correct. Okay, we restore the for loop and it's not crossed out as it was before, but this time we ignore the do maths and now that is hashed out, that is crossed out. We export it. Run it. And that is correct. So that is our simple hello world function with a bit of enhancement.